Isang masayang pagbati na may ngiti sa aking mga labi. Naghahanap ba kayo ng makakatuwang sa pagre-review ng inyong anak? Meron yan sa DepEd. Ang ETUlay online tutorial ay libre at handog ng ating kagawaran sa pangunguna ng OUA ICTS EdTech. Ito ay isang proyektong makatutulong sa mga mag-aaral, katuwang ang mga magulang o kasama sa kani-kanilang tahanan para masagutan at maunawaan ang mga modules. Hangad din ng programang ETUlay ang matulungan ang ating mga guro sa kanilang mga blended learning classes. Ang ating ETUlay ay mula kinder hanggang senior high school. Bukod sa academics, meron din tayong mga special programs gaya ng All is Wellness, Reading and Math Remediation, Storytelling, Mommy Tech Talks, Classes sa Gramatika, Speech Class, Financial Literacy, at marami pang iba. Pinalawig din ng ETUlay ang ating Alive program para sa mga mag-aaral mula grade 1 hanggang grade 3. Gayon din ay mayroon tayong ALS program at SPED tutorials na makasisigurong makakamit ng lahat ang inclusive education. May SPED hotline na rin para sa inyong mga katanungan patungkol sa special education. Kaya, subaybayan mula Lunes hanggang Biyernes, mula 9 ng umaga hanggang 7 ng gabi ang ating ETUlay. Sa ating pagtutulungan, maiaangat natin ang bawat isa. Ating itutulay ang pagkatuto upang di mapigil ang pag-aaral ng kabataang Pilipino. Itulay natin ito, sulong edukalidad.
Mabuhay! Good day to all! I am your tutor Madge. Welcome to ETUlay, a free online tutorial, an initiative of the Department of Education, Information and Communications Technology Service, Educational Technology Unit, ICTS EdTech. This program is aimed at helping and assisting learners from kindergarten, senior high school, ALS, Alive, and SPED learners. Aside from answering the modules, the ETUlay is offering programs which you will surely look forward to. Together with our parents and teachers, the ETUlay will bridge the gaps where difficulty and ease meet in learning new knowledge and skills. So, let us prepare our modules, pen and paper. Ready your mind to see and hear worthwhile and interesting lessons. Let us now study and learn, together with our volunteer online tutors. Tara na!
Isang maulan na hapon, our Humstastic Cuties mula Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Welcome sa inyong DepEd ETUlay online tutorial program na handog sa inyo ng Department of Education sa pangunguna ng Educational Technology Unit. So this is our Quarter 4, Module 3 entitled Clientele and Audiences in Communication. Ayan. Okay, so samahan nyo ako ngayong maulang hapon na ito. Ngayon ay maulan dito sa Nueva Ecija. So samahan nyo ako sa isang makabuluhang pag-aaral at abangan ninyo ang aking mga espesyal na mga Cuties of the Week. Ayan Cuties of the Week. Sabi ko, ayan, okay. So kilalanin na natin sila. Ito ang ating mga bagong Cuties of the Week mula sa ating pagkakahimbing ng 2 linggo. Kilalanin natin. Okay, si Casey Lynn M. Belano At si Leslie P. Tongohan, sila ay mula sa Maligaya National High School, SDO Nueva Ecija. Congratulations sa inyo. Salamat sa inyong napaka-active na pakiki-answer sa ating mga activities last two weeks ago. Ayan. At syempre, congratulations pa rin sa lahat ng ating mga cuties and audiences na sinasamahan tayo weekly sa ating DIAS. Ayan. So, ang kanilang principal, I should say, ay si Ma'am Jesusa D. Bote. Ayan, congratulations, Casey Lynn and Leslie. Ayan, again, hello sa inyong lahat. Hello sa ating mga cuties. Meron tayong mga cuties na nanonood sa YouTube. Hello kay Enrico Dalupan. Hello kay Ira Nadora, kay Rachel Aswit, Georges Poek. Ayan, ang dami nating mga audience ngayon. Hello sa inyo. Ayan. Okay. Okay, congrats daw, sabi ni Kyla Bote. Ayan, at si Althea. Okay, so, amin pong pinapasalamatan ang DepEd Manila para sa module na gagamitin natin today. Okay, so alamin natin ang ating objectives. At the end of this session, the tutor should be able to first describe the clientele and audience of communication, distinguish the needs of the different audiences of communication, and explain why audiences engage in communication activities. Ayan. So before anything else, tuties, let us have a review of the previous episode. Kung maalala ninyo, may guest tayo dati, di ba? Ayan, so ang pinag-uusapan natin last time is yung mga professions in communication. So ano kaya ang ating review ngayon? Ayan, so alamin natin sa directions. Okay, sabi dito, read and analyze the given question. Concisely provide your answer. Ayan, so may pa-essay si Tutor G. Okay, so alamin natin ang question. Maikli lang naman to, so pwede kayong sumagot ng 1 sentence, 2 sentences. Bahala na kayo, pero sagutin naman natin ang pagkakaintindi natin sa ating previous lesson. Ano? Okay, sabi dito, why is it important for communication practitioners to be ethical communicators? Ano nga ba ang sagot dito? Ano nga ba? Bakit daw importante na yung mga communication practitioners, yung mga nagtatrabaho sa communication, I should say, ay dapat maging ethical communicators. Ibig sabihin, alam nila dapat at ginagawa ang tama against sa mali. Ayan, may mga sagot na tayo. Dear cuties and audiences, ayan ang nangunguna. Si Tristan Hakamile. Ayan, si Althea Natividad. I'm sorry, siya ang nauna. Okay, ang sabi ni Althea, it is important for practitioners to be. Ang daming sagot. Okay? Ayan. So, si Tristan Hakamila sabi niya, it is important for the communication practitioners to be ethical communicators because it will help them to be honest, accurate, as well as being truthful. Honest communication not only builds trust, it also helps you and others identify and work on any fissures that may arise in the intersection between authority, power, and teamwork. Napakalalim ng sagot ni Tristan. So, thank you, Tristan. Ayan, next, let's read Lorraine de Guzman. Ayan, sabi ni Lorraine de Guzman, because it is important to build trust and it also helps us identify and work on any fissures that may arise in the intersection between authority, power, and teamwork. Kayo, magkaklase ba kayo, Lorraine and Tristan? Ayan, magkaklase ba si Lorraine at si Tristan? Parang pareho ng sagot. Tapos na ba ninyong lesson ito? Ayan. Okay, so next naman, kuha pa tayo ng mga sagot. Si Ira Nadora Bantaculos, sabi niya, dahil kapag fake news po, nagkakaroon ng gulo. Ayan, yun naman ang simpleng sagot ni Ira, no? Kaya importante na ethical ang ating mga practitioners. Ayan, eto pa si Jen Ausa, basahin natin ng last, okay? Because when the news are wrong, it can lead to misunderstanding. Ayun naman ang sagot ni Jen. Tama ka dyan, Jen. Ayan, so ang dami ng mga sagot, dear cuties. Thank you, ha. Ang dami nating natatanggap na mga sagot. Okay, hello sa inyo, cuties, mula sa San Mariano National High School. Ayan, binabaha tayo ng San Mariano National High School. Hello sa inyo. Ayan, at Maligaya National High School, syempre, hindi mga nawawala yung mga yan. Thank you. Okay, so congratulations sa inyong mga sagot. Babasahin ko lahat yan later. Okay, tuloy lang ang mga pagsagot ha. Babasahin ko, gusto kong mabasa ang mga sagot ng iba ha, hindi lang. Ayan, babasa ako ng isa pa, okay? Si Shamel Dumelod. Ayan, hello Shamel. No? Sabi ni Shamel, ethics in the communication field is important because if the public views someone as not trustworthy, it can compromise a profession's reputation. Tama nga naman. Dapat trustworthy siya at tama ang kanyang mga ginagawa at sinasabi. Okay, very good, cuties. Congratulations sa inyong lahat at naiintindihan pala ninyo ang ating previous lesson. Okay, so let's move to our lesson today. Okay, so this is our module 3, no? It is entitled Clientele and Audiences in Communication. Okay, so now let's move to the scope of our lesson. So, clientele and audiences in communication. So, okay, dito sa communication, we have the public in the general concept that pertains sa mga recipient ng messaging, no? Yung meron tayong interpersonal, group, organizational, and meron ding governmental settings din yan. So, ayan, aalamin natin ngayon kung ano yung mga, sino, no? Sino yung mga audiences na sinasabi natin. Okay, tingnan natin kung ano yung mga categories ng mga audiences. Okay. So first up, we have the individual. Sabi dito, it is through the individual in which communication would be most influential in changing views, okay, in addressing resistance and indifference with concerns and in maintaining harmony in social settings. So ayan, dito lumalabas ang idea ng interpersonal communication. Ano? Ito yung level of communication na naka-associate sa ating individual audiences, sa ating mga individual audiences. So lahat tayo ay mga individuals. Okay, so communicating with individuals is also one of the most efficient ways to deliver our message. And it is likely to be the one na lagi nating ginagawa or gagawin. Okay? So, in our lifetime, we are individuals audiences. Ayan ang sinasabi natin dito. So, it provides a two-way exchange of information kung saan both the sender and receiver are in the process of exchanging communication. So there is clarification, explanation, yan, nagkakaroon din ng negotiating, no? Nagkakaroon ng negotiation ng messages. Ayan. So ang pakikipag-usap sa mga individual ay nailalarawan sa pamamagitan ng hindi gaanong nai-interrupt or yung pagkakagambala ng kanilang pag-uusap. Ayan. So, ito yung individuals, dear cuties, ito yung pinakasimpleng proseso ng communication. Ayan. So, that is individuals. Okay, next we have communities. Sabi dito, communicating to groups involves being aware that each member is indeed an integrated component of the whole. Okay, and that it needs each other to maintain its existence and achieve its objectives. So, ayan, ito naman yung communities, no? So, yung communities, yan, yung nagkakaroon ng group na aware sa isa't isa ang bawat isa dun sa loob, or bawat member sa group na yon ay aware siya at nagkakaroon ng communication. So, ayan, that is an important characteristics, important part or audience of communication. Now, let us move on to the characteristics of communities. Okay, so the first one, we have interdependence. So sabi dito, communicating to groups involves being aware that each member is indeed an integrated component of the whole and that it needs each other to maintain its existence and achieve its objectives. So, interdependence, no? Sa loob daw ng community, may interdependence or nagde-depend tayo sa isa't isa para ma-maintain daw natin ang existence at ma-achieve natin kung ano man yung objective ng community na iyon. So, that is interdependence. And madali lang yung lesson natin ngayon, cuties ha. Nakikinig pa rin ba kayo? Ayan. Okay, next we have interaction. Sabi sa interaction, members of a group or organization shall communicate in a purposeful manner to achieve a goal. Ayan, communication plays a role in problem solving, role playing, team building, and building of trust. Ayan. So dito naman yung mga miyembro nung or members ng group or yung organization ay nagkakaroon ng communication para ma-achieve daw nila yung kanilang goal, no? So nagkakaroon daw dito, sabi nga, nagkakaroon ng problem solving, no? Nag-usap-usap sila para ma-achieve nila yung kanilang layunin. So bawat isa ay may papel para sagutin yung mga problema, yung mga kanilang roles, yung pagbubuo ng kanilang mga teams, no, yung pagbubuo ng kanilang mga plans, no, para ma-achieve nila yung kanilang goal. So that is they should have the characteristic of interaction. This is in community. Okay. So next one, we have synergy. Ayan, this is the next characteristic of community, synergy. Working in a team or institution enables participants to synergize. Ayan, that is to collaborate with each other because their collective efforts can lead to better outcome than working individually. Ayan, pag sinabi natin kasing synergy, dear cuties, yung pagsasama-sama or sabi nga dyan sa ating binasa, pagko-collaborate. Ayan, so may collective na pagsasama-sama, no? Nagsasama-sama at nagtratrabaho sila para sa isang outcome. Ayan, yun yung pakikipagtulungan nila sa bawat isa dahil meron silang main goal. Ayan, so mas mahusay daw pag nagsasama-sama ang bawat isa sa kanilang community para maganda yung kalalabasan ng kanilang trinabaho. Yan ang synergy. Okay. So the next one we have common objectives. So sa community, yung isang characteristic ng community ay meron silang common objectives. So madali lang to. Members of a group or organization share a common objective or objectives. Ayan. So yun nga, sinasabi natin na meron silang layunin, no? Meron silang focus, meron silang goal. Ayan. Yan ang sinasabi natin dito sa characteristic na ito. Okay. Next, we have shared standards. Ayan, ano sabi dito? This concerns the culture of a group or organization that they develop over time as members begin to work together. Ayan, napakaulan dito at hindi ko na marinig ang aking sarili. Ayan, so dito naman sa shared standards, no, meron silang pamantayan, no? Meron silang standard na sinusunod at pagkakapare-pareho. So kaya share, no? Ayan. So sinasabi dito, yung kanilang values, yung kanilang background, yung kanilang characteristics. Ayan. So ina-observe nila yan para ma-ensure nila na maganda yung communication or maayos ang kanilang communication or efficient yung kanilang communication. Ayan. Hello, Jericho Sugitan, Irene Balubal, at Jelly Layaban Guzman. Hello sa inyo. At sa inyong subject teacher na si Sir Nathaniel. Hello sa inyo, Sir Nathaniel Castro. Ayan. Okay, next tayo. Next, we have groups and organizations. So dito, it generally takes place in a context that mixes interpersonal communication interactions with social clustering. So ayan, sinasabi pa rin natin, no? Again, kapag nabuo yung mga pangkat or groups or organizations, isang bagong identity ang itinatayo natin, no? Isang grupo, no? Ano man ang identity ng bawat isa or yung katangian ng bawat isa, pag pinagsama daw natin ito, nagkakaroon ng social clustering or ibig sabihin yung individual, nagiging isang buo sila sa grupo. So ayan, ang groups and organization na type ng audiences of communication. Okay, next we have media audiences. Ayan. Media audiences. Ano ba ang media audiences, dear cuties? Ha? Alam ba natin kung anong media audiences in our own words? Okay, sabi dito, media audiences include readers, listeners, viewers, users, and all the consumers of the various forms of media like newspaper, TV, and movies, radio, and social media. So in short, tayo yon. Yan. Tayo yung mga audience na yan, no? So, ang isa sa mga karakteristik ng mga media audience ay malaki or malawak, no? At hindi na rin kailangan i-mention kasi talagang marami at varied yung mga media audiences, no? Diverse din tayo, no? Iba-iba tayo ng pagkatao, ng personality, ng pinanggalingan. Ayan, so that is media audiences. Okay. Now we move on to the communication and media channels. Ayan, no? So malawak ang sakop ng communication, no? So ang dami na nating na-discuss sa mga previous episodes. So it covers but it is not restricted to ano ba yung nasabi natin before, commercials, public relations, no? Business development, journalism, syempre broadcasting din, movies, and syempre studies. So ayan, so let us discuss communications and media channels, no? Alamin natin, ang una dito, we have mass media news. Okay, mass media which includes broadcast, radio and television yan, and print. And print remain the most popular communication ways to reach large audiences, no, due to its availability and wide coverage. So briefly, let us look at all these forms of mass media and gain knowledge when to use them to attain our communication goals. So ginagamit natin yung mass media bilang mga channels, no, sa ating pag-share or pagbibigay ng information or pag-communicate. So for examples of this method of communication range from TV ads, posters, signages, ano pa ba? Yung mga pop-ups, di ba? Kunyari, pag nag-browse ka sa internet, bigla na lang may magpa-pop out. O kahit nga nasa YouTube ka, bigla na lang may magpa-pop out, di ba? Okay, and syempre yung news websites. Ayan, yan yung mga iba't ibang example. So, pero din tayong marketing, no? Dahil sa marketing, no, ginagamit din ang mass media news. Ayan, so there are also professionals in the media industry. Ayan, so yan yung ating mass media news. Yan yung isang channel ng communication. Ayan. Next, ito madali lang to, no? Alam nating lahat to. We have the print, no? We have the print channel of communication. Ano, alam naman natin kung ano yung mga printed, no? There has been a decrease with the use of print media. Ayan, sadly, no? Mainly newspapers in recent times due to the popularity of access to news as well as other information on your what? On your mobile devices and online remains. No, print media remains important pa rin to the dissemination of information. So napaka-importante pa rin kahit papano ng print, no? This is one of the most important media communication channels, I should say. Okay, it includes what? Alam naman natin, syempre, ang newspapers, magazines, brochures, ano pa, pamphlets, catalogs, lahat ng mga printed materials tulad ng journals, no? Research papers, hello sa mga tapos na sa research. Diba? There had been a decrease of the use of print media. Diba? Mainly, yan nga, sabi nga natin, yung newspaper, di ba, nadidecrease na yung mga nagpre-print niyan kasi madalang na ginagamit or binibili or tinatangkilik ng mga tao dahil nga meron naman na kasing news sa ating mga devices, sa ating mga social media sites. Ayan, kaya hindi na siya masyado nagagamit ang ating print. Okay, good afternoon, Ana Litapang, Marshall Bulan Bakay. Ayan, hello sa inyo. Okay, so that is print. Now let us move on to radio. Okay, radio. It is used for both commercial and developmental purposes. particularly in rural communities. Even in modern times, with the threat of calamities, radio has once again proved its worth in delivering information directly as compared to television. Ayan, so it is very widely used yung radio. 'Di ba? Alam natin lahat na kunyari pag nag-brown out, magagamit pa natin yung ating radios para malaman natin kung ano yung nangyayari. Nalalaman natin yung pwede i-communicate sa atin ng ating mga local governments, 'di ba? Or ang ating national governments through the use of radio. So, kahit sa ngayon ay nagagamit pa rin ang ating mga radio channels. Ayan, radio as a means of communication channel. Okay, so pag minsan, no, meron tayong mga, kahit meron tayong mga TV, no, nagagamit din yung radio, nagagamit pa rin, yung radio bilang information and for entertainment, no. It is still a part or a source of information and entertainment, di ba? Tapos, syempre, lower cost pag gumagamit tayo ng radio. Napipicture na lang natin kung ano yung mga sinasabi nila. Ganun yan. Parang may nagkakwento lang sa'yo. Yan, pag meron tayong radio. But syempre, mas nagagamit ang radio sa mga rural communities or yung mga communities na hindi masyado nakakagamit ng mga internet or ng mga television. Ayan, nagagamit ang radio. Tama ba, cuties? Yes, sabi ni Annali, tamang matanda na lang po gumagamit. Char, totoo ba? Matanda na ba ako? Gumagamit ako ng radyo? Annali, tapang? Ayan. Okay, yun ang sabi ni Annali. Hindi naman siguro. Kasi kunyari, pag nag-brown out, di ba, cuties? Tulungan niyo ako, cuties. Sagutin natin si Annali. Sabi niya, matatanda lang daw ang gumagamit. Hindi. Hindi naman siguro. Kasi naman, di ba, kunyari, pag brown out, o kaya matagal-tagal o mahaba-haba ang mga, kunyari, meron tayong brown out, bagyo ng ilang araw. O, di ba, anong gagamitin mo? Wala naman TV, walang kuryente. Ayan, gagamitin mo ang inyong radio para malaman mo kung anong nangyayari sa buong Pilipinas o sa buong mundo. Annali Tapang, hello. Ayan, thank you. Okay, next naman we have television. Okay, sabi dito, the advantage of television compared with the other two forms of media is its audio-visual capacity. It is designed to attract the attention of the audience for just a short period of time. Ayan, so very advantageous ang television kasi compared dun sa nauna nating binanggit na radio and print. Malamang si Annali. Ayan, malamang television ang kanyang laging ginagamit. No, it is designed by its natural word to attract attention kasi nga syempre nagagamit ang ating audio, yung ating pakikinig at ang ating visual. Syempre, hindi mo na kailangan pinapakinggan at pinipicture sa yung isipan, kung anong nangyayari. Nakikita mo na agad kung ano yung nangyayari. Hello, Hendrik Matthew Malakhaman. Good afternoon sa'yo. Ayan. So, sabi nga natin sa television, maganda bilang media channel, communication channel ito. So, in today's modern media landscape, yung reality TV, ayan, yung isang na i-communicate sa atin, nagkakaroon ng mga convincing, catchy features, yung kunyari sa news na lang, yung reality TV, sabi ko nga, nagiging magandang main feature, hindi ko sasabing maganda, pero main feature para sa news, reality, and also in entertainment, syempre sa news, entertainment, syempre sama na din natin yung education, so its influence, the influence of television has also been debated and even studied by the scholars kasi nga marami siyang nagagawa para sa tao, marami siyang naitutulong, at marami siyang naire-relay sa mga audiences. Tayo yon. Ayan. So, moreover, meron din siyang mga free time, free airtime, kung saan nagkakaroon ng mga advertising, kung saan i-communicate pa rin ng mga advertising agencies yung kanilang mga products, at marami sila, wide yung kanilang nare-reach, No, kaya kunyari, pag napanood mo kunyari yung Jollibee, no, napanood mo yung kanilang mga commercial, syempre, nako-communicate nila sa iyo na masarap yata kumain ngayon. Ayan, bili tayo. So, ayun. So, nako-communicate nila sa inyo yung gusto nilang iparating. Okay. So, yan. Let's move to the next one. Next, we have the telecommunications. Okay. Telecommunications include the convergence of different technologies for transmitting information either through a physical medium, that is a cable, or in the form of electromagnetic waves. Okay, so that is telecommunication. So, syempre, una, we have the development of the radio, no? Yung ham radio, no? Meron din tayong satellite transmission. And syempre, yung internet. Syempre, yung most common ngayon ay ang ating mga mobile phones. Ayan, so those are examples of the telecommunication channel of communication. Okay, next we have the new media. Syempre, alam na alam nating lahat to, no? The internet is perhaps the most essential part of the convergence puzzle. It is a vehicle that can incorporate all the other forms of media. Ayan, so this is a major aspect of telecommunications network, no? Yung internet, no? It is a, sabi nga dyan, essential part, no, of the convergence puzzle. So sinasabi natin, no, pinakamahalaga yan na bahagi na ng ating buhay ngayon kasi importante siya for communication. It is very accessible, no? We cannot deny that, no, na para na siyang necessity para sa lahat, hindi lang sa mga adults, pati na rin sa mga teens and younger generations, no? Internet has taken over our most of our mass media platforms, di ba? Okay. Next, we have the this is the last one. We have the social media. Sabi dito, it is a subset of latest media that allows the creation and exchange of content. Okay, the creation of highly interactive devices from which individuals and communities access, co-create, discuss, and revise information depends on mobile and web-based technology. Ayan, so sinasabi natin na yung social media is very important din, no? Ayan, good afternoon, Ma'am Janine Santos. Tutor Janine, hello. Ayan. Okay, so sinasabi natin sa social media, no? Ang dami nating examples dito. We have what? Siyempre, pinakaalam natin, we have the Facebook and Twitter, di ba? Where you generate and post your content. Okay, we also have the YouTube, Instagram, no? SoundCloud. Ayan, dito nagpo-post tayo ng mga photos, no? Siyempre, yung videos. Okay, we have Vimeo, link. Ayan, ang dami-dami. Very wide ang social media. And these are very useful for the dissemination of communication. These are the channels that we usually use for communicating or for communication. Ayan. So those are our communication channels. So those are our lesson. Okay, let's have our assessment. Dear Chutis, sabi dito, no, ito sana mabilisan lang ha. In the two situations below, explain how communication plays its role in the delivery of its importance. Concisely give your answer. So short lang. Kahit 1 to 2 sentences, no? Okay. So let's have the first one. First muna ha. A super typhoon is expected to hit your city. Ayan. Ano? Paano siya i-communicate? Okay? And number 2. Bigay ko na rin number 2 para pag merong hindi masagot yung 1. Ano? Okay, number 2. A case of food poisoning was reported in a large chain restaurant. Ayan. So, I'm giving you a few seconds to answer, ha? Ayan. So, ayan. Tingnan natin kung may mga sagot na. Ayan, we have Althea. Hello, Althea L. Natividad. Meron na siyang sagot sa ating number 1 question. Sabi niya, if a super typhoon expected hit the city, the communicators must deliver the news concisely so that people can prepare for the coming disaster. Ayan, very good, Althea. Siyempre, dapat maiko-communicate agad. So, importante talaga yung communication na ipapakita dito. Na importante ang communication para masabi agad kung ano ang pwedeng gawin ng mga tao, no? Tama. Okay, next we have Lorraine de Guzman. Ayan, sabi ni Lorraine, it helps us to be aware and be ready for the expected super typhoon. Ayan, so ginagamit natin ang ating mga iba't ibang channels. Ang communication ay ginagamit upang maiparating sa mga tao or sa lahat kung meron bang bagyo na darating. Ayan, very good, Lorraine de Guzman. Okay, next we have Jen Perlado. Hello. Sabi niya, I can inform my family, relatives, and friends that a typhoon is expected to hit our city through communication. Very good. Allowing them to prepare important things in case of an emergency. So, yan, di ba? Makikita natin na napaka-importante talaga ng communication, no? Nakakatulong tayo sa ating family at sa iba't ibang tao pag merong communication sa bawat isa, hindi lang sa social media. Ayan. Meron pa bang mga sagot? Sino pa? Wala na bang sagot yung ibang cuties dyan? Ayan. Okay, sagot-sagot lang, dear cuties. Okay, so sa number 2, sabi dito, a case of food poisoning was reported in a large chain restaurant. Ano kaya pwedeng gawin? Ayan, ano kaya ang pwedeng gawin? Paano ang ating gagawin pag may nangyaring ganito? Okay. Ano kaya, dear cuties? Hello sa inyo, Ray Mark Rodriguez and Sheila Agkawile, okay, from grade 11, Humes Mandela. Hello, ayan. They are from San Mariano National High School, Maine. Hello sa inyo. Hello. Ayan. Okay, wala na bang sagot? Ay, mahirap yung tanong eh. So, mag-aantay tayo ng mga sagot, no? Meron pa ba isa pa dyan? From San Mariano, wala bang sasagot? Mula sa San Mariano National High School, Maine. Ayan, no? Naririnig pa ako ng mga taga San Mariano National High School, Maine. Okay, antay-antay tayo ng sagot, no? Okay, sabi naman ni Lorraine de Guzman sa number 2, it helps us to be aware for us to avoid the foods in that large chain restaurant. Tama si Lorraine, ano? Pag meron tayong communication, masasabi natin na, ay, ganito yung nangyari dyan. So, dapat aware ka na nakakain kami ng poisonous food. No, na-poison kami. So, be careful pag pupunta kayo dyan. Ganyan. Ayan, very good, Lorraine. So, ayan, no, antayin natin yung mga sagot ng ating mga cuties. Okay, so, let's have another answer from Jen Perlado. No, sabi niya, I can inform my family, relatives, and friends that there is a case of food poisoning in that restaurant. Ayan, so same tayo ng naiisip, ano, syempre gusto natin na safe yung ating mga kasama at nasasabi natin kung ano dapat. Okay, si Tristan Hakamile, sabi niya, we can use different platforms like radio, television, social media, and more to have information about the typhoon. Ayan, nasagot niya yung number 1. And to know what we should do. That is one of the roles of communication, to inform people. Ayan, very good, Tristan. Okay, babasahin natin yung mga ibang sagot. Ayan na, nagsisilabasan na yung mga sagot ng ibang cuties. Okay, thank you sa inyong lahat, sa inyong pagsali sa akin. Okay, it's a wrap, dear cuties. Now, let me leave you with this quote by Barack Obama. Sabi niya, it's important to make sure that we're talking with each other in a way that heals, not in a way that wounds. Okay, so that is our quote for the day. Okay, so muli narito ang bumubuo ng Senior High School Humanities and Social Sciences para sa second quarter. Lagi nating tatandaan tuwing 4:40 ng hapon. Ako nga pala, ang inyong Humstastic Tutor G, ang Gigil na kayo'y paglingkuran at matuto sa hapong ito. Ayan, thank you very much. And susunod na ang Pulso ng Kabataan kasama si Tutor Janine and Tutor Edson. Laging tandaan, ikaw ang best tuwing Huwebes! Paalam! Thank you, cuties! Bye! Bye, everyone!
Ang husay naman! Natapos mo ang iyong tutorial session kasama ang iyong mahusay na ETUlay tutor. May bago ka bang natutuhan? I-share na yan gamit ang hashtag ETUlay Level Up. Huwag aalis ha, dahil may susunod pang programa na pwede mo ring panoorin at salihan. Dahil naghihintay na ang iyong mga tutors. Happy learning dito sa ETUlay!